All right, South Africa now, where hundreds or perhaps thousands of people are trapped in a gold mine in the country's northwest province. Trapped, that is, by authorities waiting to arrest them for illegal mining. Relatives have been blocked from providing food or water to the miners, a law enforcement tactic that they say is already having deadly consequences. An agonizing waiting game unfolds in South Africa's northwest province. It's estimated that thousands of illegal gold miners have been down this shaft for 4 weeks, while police wait above ground to arrest anyone who comes out.
Guys, I think in all the months that I've been on YouTube, this is one of the saddest moments in my YouTube, my short YouTube tenure. As you heard in that little insert, this is taken from um, DW News. It's the saddest story. It's the saddest content I ever really had to do. So, as you heard, these alleged illegal migrants, I beg your pardon, actually entered South Africa, entered the mines that has been abandoned. Those are like mines that were made redundant and they weren't covered up. Now, these guys, as per DW News, it's if not hundreds, they're in the thousands. One news says that it is over 4,500 people are in those mines, in those mines. Some of them allegedly have already been deceased. Now, these guys have been there some weeks now, and the authorities has refused to go down and assist them. It's deep. They enter these mines by ropes, and it will take a long time to get to where they are. As per the authorities, it will take a long time to get where they are. And also, they were told, it's alleged, they were told that some of these miners are armed and dangerous. And also, the authorities are in fear of being exposed to toxic gases because it's underneath, it's miles underneath the earth. And all those gases and whatnot. I'm not a scientist, so don't let me even start. All those gases and whatnot, emitting that the earth emits when you're down there, no clean air. And they go there for mineral deposits that they will mine out and send back up to the surface and sell off for measly pennies. Guys, this is a very harrowing story because now it's a cat and mouse game. And these guys, the authorities, the police are like, now one news outlet is saying that an investigation has been opened into the police action, the South African or Johannesburg police action, whoever, um, actions towards the miners, right? Now, some of the residents or people who are family members of some of them who are inside of the mine, I think they said a few of them were rescued yesterday, just a measly few. And people who have been inside the mines are saying that it has it's alleged over 4,500 of them are down there. One video that I was watching saying that in those mines they will even have shops. So these people have been down there for a while. The news media says that they're using toothpaste, vinegar, and salt to keep their strength because they haven't eaten for all these times that they've been sealed off there. Like when Mr. Sealer, because the authorities are awaiting them at the exit. They're telling them to come out because we are not coming in due to the dangers in those mines. Guys, I want you to take a deep look at this story. It's very troubling. And my reason for even touching the story, it actually opens my eyes. And I hope it does to you guys also to some extent. Just let you see how hard it is sometimes for our brothers and sisters in these places. It's very hard. It's very, very hard. You understand? Now, imagine, most likely some of these people are even illegal migrants because I know that South Africa been having a problem for a while now with a lot of illegal migrants in the country, maybe from neighboring countries and such the likes. They've been having some major, major issues because it actually um boiled over when like people were being unalived by alleged by some of these migrants. So the South Africans were taken to the media, were taken to the streets. They were just, straight up not having it. So I'm saying all of that to say that I imagine some of these people are also, you know, illegal migrants. It's a sad, sad story. The things that you have to go through are some of these people have to go through as humans on this earth. Africa is a beautiful and blessed country filled with resources. Where did they go wrong? Where did the leaders fail the people? There are so vast resources. Can you imagine having to go down how many miles in a mine shaft filled? Any minute these mines could collapse. How many times we've seen in places deep in the interior where mines collapse and people like lose their lives or been trapped there for days. But this story hits home in a way, or it touches my heart in a way because I can imagine the fear in some of these people that will be arrested and deported if they ever set foot. I would I would believe that a lot of them prefer to make just let the time pass and let them go back to the maker instead of going back to some of these home conditions that they left behind. Because as per the news, bodies have been retrieved. It is a sad, 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 sad situation. I'm telling you guys, it's a very sad situation. Unfortunately, you know, humans have to go through this. I mean, no living thing or no living being should, supposed to have to suffer an entrapment without food. Even your pets, you understand, hungry, no feel nice. To be hungry is not a nice thing. Even though they know the way in and out, the authorities are now saying that if they don't come out, they are not coming in. And they refuse straight out, they refuse to help them because they say, the authorities are saying, they got themselves down there, now get out. And when you come out, we are here for you. Don't think that you're gonna go scotch free. So um they're saying now that at this a disclosure has been signed that um whatever happens, whatever happens, like basically the authorities are not going to be held responsible. I wonder who signed the disclosure. I'm wondering if it's the ones who already come out, because did they send it down for them to sign? I'm not understanding that part though. So a disclosure was signed. So I guess it was signed by the ones who came out, alive, that whatever happens to them, the authorities will not be made to be held responsible. What really is going on in this world? I understand that the authorities never got you in this in the first instance. You got yourself there. But what about the humanity? What about the humanitarian side? The fact that they're trapped there, it's because they're illegal or they're doing the mining illegally. Give them some food. Try to, even though we know that they will be arrested, try to even send a camera, do something, do something. Don't just stand outside waiting on them like hyenas, waiting to devour them if they ever set their foot out, or predators waiting to pounce upon them if they ever set their foot out. This is the fear that is going to make a lot of these people just stay there and rather to let them time pass and they go home and meet their maker. I know a lot of them will probably prefer to stay there and die because they don't want to go back to conditions, you know? So in a case like this, I don't know how it's going to end, but I'm just hoping that too many people or a lot more people don't think, or none of those people that is now remaining alive, rather, let me put it this way, like those people who are remaining alive don't look at it this way as how I'm saying, like, I prefer to go back to my maker. I'm not coming out because you're not going to arrest me and deport me. Look, if you're arrested and deported, you still have a chance at life. That's just my take on it. I mean, they're in the mines and they can't hear me, but I'm just saying what I'm saying right now. And to the government of South Africa, I would love to. I would deplore that you do something because it's gonna look bad on the country. It's gonna look bad on the government. I understand that no one would want to go into situation like go down a mine shaft with toxic gases and all kind of thing that there are possibilities that the mine could collapse and create more problems. I understand, but you guys been standing outside for days now and refusing to give help, food and water. You're just looking to pull dead bodies out of that mine. So I would love somebody to comment who is like closest to the situation or have a clearer understanding. I'm getting this from the news media, but someone who's closest or closer to the situation, just drop me a comment. Update me on what's going on because this year don't look nice at all. What about the humanitarian side of this? I understand that as I said before, it's illegal. Mining is illegal. The mine was done and over. It's an abandoned mine and they have no right to be in there because it's now illegal to do. You have to, no, not mine. Mining is not illegal. Mining in South Africa becomes illegal when you don't have the proper documentation. That's what I'm trying to say. So they were mining illegally. I understand. But is that enough for you to chastise them in this way? I'm speaking now to the government. Because based on what the news media is saying, they haven't been fed. They're taking toothpaste, salt, and vinegar for strength. What the hell? And the authorities are just waiting like hound dogs. I understand you have to stand your ground because there are rules and they were broken. But how about there's nothing that they can do in this case than to surrender? Give them some food to give them the strength so they could climb up those ropes because then basically they will be dropping like flies if they're weak, along with the fear that is going to bother their hearts to cut them off, send up them blood pressure and cut them off faster. Let's work on this, guys. Have some humanity. It's a very harrowing story. And it really, oh my God. It really is troubling. It's a very, very, very troubling story. Just let me see if I can hear a little bit more. Let's hope that we could hear it clearly.
Relatives who normally bring food and water to the mine have been blocked by police. Now all they can do is stand by, helpless. My brother, one brother, into mining, mining. Now we've got 7 months site. But I'm looking for that brother. No, I don't have even communication with my brother. That's why you see. Most people must come out because we have brothers there. We have sons there. The father of our kids are there. Our children are struggling. So we want help. So our government must help us. But the government has refused to help anyone who stays underground. Officials say the miners can come out any time, but they're unwilling to do so because they fear arrest and possible deportation.
Okay, so there you have the story. The government refuses to help anyone who goes underground in those mines. So it's a situation where you go at your own risk, die at your own risk, because we are only here to arrest and deport. We are not here to help. I'm hoping that no one gets offended by what I'm saying here, but I'm speaking from a human perspective. Heads of government are also humans. People's family, I mean, they know the situation that it is illegal. But how many times even the government itself would take chances to do things? If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, well, we'll try something else. How many times? Life is a gamble. We know that. I understand that. By law, you should obey the rules of a land. I'm talking about the mere human fact, the humanitarian side. Can't even find the right words. Hungry, fear. I bet they wouldn't do it again. Just give them a chance. Guys, oh my God. I really I want to end this video because I can't. I can't. I mean, I don't like to really get emotionally attached, to things like it's horrifying. It's horrifying. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that there are no more bodies, having to they don't have to retrieve any more bodies. I'm just hoping for life to come through the tunnels, the shaft of those mines, and yeah, go home to just go to the cells, go through the due process and go home if you're to go home, or if you're a South African, you just go home to your families, man. When you're done, when the government is done with you, get out of those mines. Help them out of those mines. Jesus. I mean, it's alleged that over 4,500, as I said before, lives are there in those holes, in those tunnels, miles underground. No light, no food, no water. I mean, I mean, maybe maybe they have food, but maybe not enough. Maybe not enough for everybody. Maybe not enough for everybody. Or maybe it's run out because they've been down there for weeks now. But it's only now that this thing is surfacing. I don't know how it got here, but it's surfacing now. Guys, I didn't even do an official welcome to today's video. I beg your pardon for that, but it's due to the nature of the content that I have to do. I do trust that something good will come out of all of this. Put aside the arrests and the deportation, the good that I yearn for, that should, you know, could that I yearn for to come out of this is that they will learn their lessons, and they would come out firstly with their lives in the, you know, just walk away with their lives intact, and they will learn a valid lesson that laws are meant to be kept and not broken. I trust that you do have a good one. I hope that you leave your sentiments in the comment section, and let me see you guys again on the next one. Before I go, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please take the time out to do so. Leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.